Last time I streamed, I was in a city about 200 miles away from here, Bayside and Peony and Mike. Thank you guys so much. Good evening, everyone. This is a very large city. You know, it's kind of weird about this. Jiangmen is a smaller city population-wise. It's only 4.5, close to 5 million people. The other city that we were in had over 8 million people. Charlie, man, great to see you, Charlie. Thank you, Charlie. Pad, Sandals, thank you so much. Yeah, exactly. 4.8 million people live in this city, so it's not a huge city. Thank you, Mike. Mike, thank you so much. Charlie, thank you so much. It's not a huge city, but it's a city that has a lot of history. Thank you, Sylvia and Jordan. So let me put it this way. Whereas the city that we were in, thank you, Nana. Great to see everybody. Thank you, Nana, Cathers, all the usual people. Thank y'all so much for all the love and support. We're going to go to our destination in a second, but before we do, every time I see an alley, I feel the need to go in. But let me continue with what I was saying. It felt to me that Zhanjiang City, which we were in for the last 3 days, it feels like it has a lot of people, but it didn't feel like a very lively city. Jiangmen feels like a very lively city. You know, this place has got a lot of history. Thank you, Stan. We're going to explore it. And the coolest thing about this place is that Jiangmen is really what Canton looked like 30 years ago. If you go to Canton now, thank you, Nana. Great to see everybody. Please share this live stream like Mr. JK. Thank you so much for the hearts, Dakota. Thank you. And the other person, thank you so much. Thank you, W Blower. If you go to Guangzhou, which is one of the tier 1 cities in China, you'll realize that, thank you, Mike, in Guangzhou, it looks so built up. It looks so modern. It looks so fancy now. Jiangmen and Guangzhou essentially looked identical 30 years ago, except this city hasn't been developed to the same extent as Guangzhou. Thank you, nevertheless. So if you're in a Cantonese city in China and you're like, you know what, I want to see what it looked like in the 80s and 90s and early 2000s, this is the city to be. Tons of history here. We're going to walk around a little bit. You guys, we're going to go to a place where a very, very famous TV show in 2022 was filmed. Actually, it was the most watched TV show of 2022. It was filmed in this city. We're going to go there right now. But before I do, you can see these old neighborhoods here, right? Very typical Chinese old neighborhood. But this is actually pretty close to downtown. So Jiangmen City is not built up at all. It is a city that has retained pretty much all of its 90s and early 2000s appearance. You won't see a lot of fancy malls. It's a very historical city. So we'll talk about the history of this city as we walk around. Okay, great to see everybody. Good morning to everybody in Asia. Thank you, Sin, and good evening, everybody. Good evening to everybody in America. Okay, and a good late night, everybody in Europe. Great to see everybody. All right, we're walking around this neighborhood. Check this out. Very, very quaint. Liz, great to see you, Liz. Happy weekend to you, Liz. What is up, everybody? All right, a little bit of history about this city as we walk around. Jiangmen is a coastal city. So we're right next to the Pacific Ocean and the South China Sea. So this is a coastal city. In the early 1900s, this was one of the cities that was ceded to an overseas nation. I believe it was Britain. Thank you for extending your sub, Nana and Chris. Thank you. I believe it was Britain, where through a series of unequal treaties, this city was forced to open its doors to the outside world. So before then, this city was Before then, this city was it was a quiet Cantonese city. However, when the British and the French came, they forcefully opened up this city. They forced the Qing dynasty government to open up this city to trade. All right. So where we're going to go today, you're going to see a lot of European influences. I don't want to use the word colonial. It's not the right word because this city was never colonized. But this city did have a lot of British and French and Portuguese traders living here, primarily the British. All right. So you're going to see a lot of interesting Chinese buildings that have a lot of British influence. Thank you, Lee. Thank you, Blue Jambi. Great to see everybody. Thank you, Lee. Happy Saturday evening. We're gonna walk around. We're gonna let the algorithm do its thing. We just got started 5 minutes ago. You didn't miss anything. Okay, we just got started. This is typical. Thank you, Plant Groove and Sylvia. This is one of them typical older neighborhoods. Just look at how jam-packed it is, right? Even more so than some of the other neighborhoods you see in other parts of China. Thank you, Bay and DJ. Just goes to show you, man, in Canton, in the Guangdong area 30 years ago, 20 years ago, this is how people lived, just very jam-packed together. Look at this. Look at these neighborhoods, even more so than my old neighborhood. Thank you, Jazz. Thank you, Caitlin. Let's keep the comments flowing. Let's please continue to share. Let's keep Caitlin. Let's keep the comments flowing. Let's please continue to share. Let's keep moving. We're in Jiangmen. All right. Look at this. Why are all the bars on windows, man? I have to explain this every single live stream. Oh, Liz, great to see you, Liz. Liz, Teresa, haven't seen you in a while. Thank you, Liz. Thank you very much, Liz. Let's keep it moving. Hello from Mississippi. Hello in Mississippi. Haven't seen you in a while. Thank you, Liz. Thank you very much, Liz. Let's keep it moving. Hello from Mississippi. Hello in Mississippi. All right, let me also. Hello from Mississippi. Hello. Let me also. Hello from Mississippi. Hello in Mississippi. All right, let me also explain to you guys what are some other things this city is famous for. It's very popular. Man, thank you, Gene Bravo. We got I think we're gonna have to. Thank you, Face. I think we're gonna have to. What's it called? I think we're gonna have to get out of this neighborhood. It's very densely packed, and the signal isn't very good. Thank you, Annie and Bay. All right, so another few interesting points about this city. All right, over 4 million overseas Chinese people can trace their roots back to this city. Thank you, Chris Morris. Over 4 million overseas Chinese that live in Southeast Asia, that live in the United States, that live in Canada, they can trace their heritage back to this city of Jiangmen. The people here really like to go overseas and immigrate. Thank you, 22. Okay, so therefore, there's a very large overseas Chinese population that have built a significant presence here in Jiangmen. All right, so a lot of the things you're going to see in this city is actually donated by people that came back from the land that they live in overseas. They made some money in America, they made some money in Malaysia. They came back here, they built homes, and we are going to go to the UNESCO World Heritage Site. Okay, we're going to go to the UNESCO World Heritage Site, the Diaolo, the hanging towers that were built by the overseas Chinese over 100 years ago. That's going to come in the next couple of days. So let's keep moving. Let's get out of this neighborhood, man. This is a very densely packed neighborhood. There's a lot of people living here and a lot of walls for the signal to penetrate, so I might be lagging a little bit. Thank you, Bob. So we're just getting started, everyone. We're just getting started. Thank you, Glossy Girl. If we have a bad signal, we'll work through it. Let's keep moving. Thank you, Bob. We're almost at 1,000 shares. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I apologize for the bad signal. But y'all know I like to walk in the alleys. Thank you, Jeff. All right. Cool. All right. What kind of food do they like to eat out here? The number one food that the Jiangmen people like to eat is this thing right here. They have these types of restaurants everywhere in the streets. It is called pig feet rice. It is a dish of rice plus vegetables plus marinated pig feet, pork knuckles. They love this stuff. And it's super cheap, super affordable. Only a couple dollars, $3, $4. Thank you, Taco. Thank you, Cecilia. In fact, the main actor, the lead character in that famous TV show that went viral in 2022, that was all he ate, was pig feet rice, marinated pig feet rice. So if you're a Muslim and you don't eat pork, if you come to the city, you're going to have a very hard time because they eat a lot of pork out here in Jiangmen. Let's keep moving. All right, hold on one second. Let me navigate. Make sure I'm going the right way. All right, go this way. All right, we good. Let's keep moving. Actually, let me get on the sidewalk over here and I'll get my ass run over. Cute Greg and Bay, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Happy Saturday evening. Signal's fine? Cool. Still early in the morning, so a lot of people are so asleep. Thank you, Maryland. It's Sunday morning out here. Beautiful. Thank you, Plant Groove. It's also my first time in this city. What do you guys notice that's different? What do you guys notice that's different about these buildings here versus my hometown and other parts of China that we've been to? You notice anything different? Anything obvious stand out? Look at this. Yes, Charky, they drive on the same side of the road as the United States. Right side of the road. But in Hong Kong and Macau, which we're going to Macau this week, for those of you that haven't been watching, if you were not here in April, you did not see Macau. We are going to be in Macau this week. All right? I shaved this morning, man. Usually, if you guys see me not shave my little weak-ass mustache, it's because I was too busy. I was way too busy. Thank you, Voss. And I needed to come out here quickly. Okay? Thank you, Rita and Amos. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, Rita. Thank you so much, Rita. Thank you. Thank you, Rita. I got your fan, by the way. Thank you, Rita. Let's keep it moving. Thank you. Thank you very much for all the galaxies. Thank you. We just got started 10 minutes ago. All right, first destination we're going to is the Chinese equivalent of Starbucks. So you guys know Starbucks started in Seattle, right? Oh, but actually, let me finish my point. What do you notice that's different about this place? Okay? This place reminds me a little bit of Nanjing City that we were in July. We were there in July in Nanjing City. A very, very historical Chinese city with a lot of 90s vibes. All right? So these buildings, everything you see here is all 90s style. All right? If you go to Guangzhou in the 1990s, for those of you that have come to China for doing business 30 years ago, 25 years ago, this is exactly what Shanghai, this is exactly what Shenzhen, this is exactly what Guangzhou looked like 30 years ago and 25 years ago. Everything looked like this in China 30 years ago. There was no such thing as skyscrapers. There was no such thing as, high-speed train. There was no such thing. So this is why when you come out to a place like this, you can still see, if you haven't been in China in 20 years as a business person or as a traveler, and you go to Guangzhou today, you won't recognize it because it's changed so much. It's changed so much. Thank you, Liz. Liz, great to see you. It's changed so much. But here in Jiangmen, time stays still. The first place that we'll go, so anyway, let me answer the question though. What you guys notice is a little bit different, right? The biggest thing that stands out about the difference is that there's a lot of Cantonese influence, being that it is a Guangzhou city, it is a Guangdong city. There's a lot of Cantonese lot of Cantonese influence, meaning the way that they write. You check out the way that sign is made, right? You see the way those 4 letters on that sign, those letters, especially the first letter, is in traditional Chinese. Thank you, Rita. Thank you so much, Rita. Thank you, everybody. We do 50% to our goal already. We just started streaming. Thank you, Tim. We just started streaming, everybody. I love it. Thank you very much. Look at this. It just feels like it's hard to describe, man. Like, let me put it this way. Let me put it this way, everybody. It feels like a Chinese city that in the 1990s, as the economy started to grow in China, that they took the best resources that they had back then. Okay, for example, if you look at a lot of the architecture here, it just feels like they did the best that they could to make it look interesting and unique. It just feels like there's a little bit more flavor compared to some of the northern architecture that you see in the Rust Belt city in China. This is not a Rust Belt city. This is one of the this is a city in a very very key part of the economic engine of China. So it just feels like, I don't know how to describe it, man. It feels like, it just feels like this place just feels a little bit more. Thank you, Rita. Rita, thank you so much. It just feels a little bit more fancy. It feels a little bit fancier compared to a lot of the other northern cities that we go to, even though it looks old. Does that make sense? Is that coming across? Thank you, Charlie and Bronco. Like, this place, the food culture is strong. Thank you, Carrie, for extending your sub. The food culture is strong. It's like, you look at all this. I don't know how to describe it in English, man, but it just feels like there's a little bit more soul in this place. Thank you, Ada and Teresa. It feels like this place got a little bit more soul to it as I walk around here on my first full day. That's hopefully that makes sense. Let's keep moving. Thank you, Susie and Nana. It's more authentic. It's more soulful. Now, a lot of you guys are watching in Southeast Asia. I have a lot of Southeast Asian viewers in Singapore, in Malaysia. I have a lot. Okay? Listen to me. Ask your mom and dad, ask your grandma and grandpa if they're still around, where you are from if you come from China. All right? Because chances are you're going to be from Fujian or you're going to be from Guangdong, from right here. Because a lot of overseas Chinese people can trace their heritage back to this city. So if you are someone living in Singapore, in the United States, in Malaysia, and you immigrated to the United States or whatever, wherever, 100 years ago your ancestors did, there's a high chance that they come from this city. Very, very strong chance. All right, so let's keep it moving. Now, the first place that we're going to go to is the first ever Chinese Starbucks of a Chinese company that competes with Starbucks. It's called Xita. All right, so in Seattle was where the original Starbucks was founded by Howard Schwartz. Howard, whatever his name is Howard something. Here in Jiangmen is the first ever Xita in China. Xita is a huge chain of bubble tea, of sugary bubble tea that has now taken the country by storm. And it's also got a lot of imitators. A lot of people obviously want to replicate Starbucks' success. The first ever Xita was opened in this city, in this very neighborhood. And now it's got thousands, tens of thousands of locations everywhere in China, but it started here. It started here in this city. Like I said, I've never been there, so let's go check out. Thank you, David. Thank you, Linda, for the hearts. Let's go check out what it looks like. And I don't know why we in this old-ass neighborhood, okay? I'm a little bit... thank you, DJ. Does that mean that the first ever Xita is in this neighborhood? What the hell? It just goes to show you, man, anything can happen in China. $1 billion chain, $1 billion restaurant chain started out in this neighborhood that you see here. This right here was the birthplace of $1 billion publicly listed Starbucks competitor. Started out in this neighborhood. Population 4.8 million. Oh, here it is. Oh, no way. This is it. Oh, this is it right here. Oh, this is it right here. This is it since 2012, so only 12 years old. Look at this. Look at this. Thank you, Fab Chick and David. Look at this. This is the original Fab Chick and David. Look at this. This is the original Haiti. The very first one. Look at all these people inside. And this is what it looked like. This is what it looked like when it started. Thank you, Teresa. This is what it looked like when it started. Thank you, Teresa. Haiti's very busy. Oh, so they have it in New York City. Well, this is the first one. Check it out. Years old. The brand is not that old. Thank you, Hosto, for the heart. Look at this. The very first one. Beautiful. Good evening, Gummy Bears. Good evening, everyone. We lagging again? Oh, weak-ass Wi-Fi that they got out here, man. What is going on with this? Thank you, Gummy Bears. Let's keep moving. All right, man. The only thing we could do is keep moving. There's a lot That's a lot of people in this neighborhood. Okay, there's a lot of people. It's very dense, a lot of high buildings. Oh, let's keep moving. Thank you, Rita. Thank you, Rita. Is it lagging for everybody or is it lagging for some of you guys? Is it lagging for everyone? Thank you, Gummy Bears. Hey, look, this is perfect. Let me explain something, guys. All good? All right, let me explain something to you guys, man. Check this out. All right. I just think it's because we're in a very dense and high-rise residential building area. That's why, like, there's too many people here, and there's all these buildings. Anyway, let's move on. All right. Here's the point. Thank you, Spicy Texan. Check this out. Okay, check this out. Thank you, Pugs. Pugs is here. Thank you, Pugs. Remember I told you these buildings are all very old and they don't have elevators inside? Thank you, Pugs. Look at this. Thank you, Pugs. Look, this is the perfect illustration. This is the perfect illustration. These are very old buildings. They don't have elevator. Thank you, Pugs. When they were built in the 1990s, you got to climb all the way up. So this is the solution that the local people have come up with throughout China, because a lot of the people that live in these buildings are getting up there in age. There's a lot of 60, 70, 80-year-old folks, even 90-year-old folks that live in these neighborhoods, and they're having a harder time climbing all the way up to the 5th and 6th floor, the higher floors. So this is how they solve the problem. They build an elevator on the outside. You guys see that? You see the way they do this? They put an elevator on the outside of the building, right? And it's very, very interesting because the way that they build this, they collect the funds for this is very interesting. It's a very interesting economic theory. It is kind of neat, right, Pugs? But you see, not every building has this, because in order to build this, everybody in the building has to agree to it. Everybody in the building has to chip in. Here's the reason why. The person on the first floor doesn't really want to pay for an elevator because he or she doesn't need an elevator. The person on the second floor doesn't want to pay that much for an elevator because he or she doesn't really need it. They live on the higher you go, the more necessary it is. So the economic way of making this work is that the higher you are on the building, the more you pay. And if everybody agrees, they go ahead and get this elevator made. This is why not every building has it, because not every building has agreed to chip in and pay for this elevator. So this is why only this particular building has it, the other ones don't. Do you see that? You see that all these other ones don't. And these buildings are not connected either. Like if you live in this building right here, you can't take this elevator and walk right across. There's no hallway, there's no aisle that connects these units. So this entire elevator was built just for these folks, just for the folks on the left and the folks on the right. Nobody else gets to use it because they can't use it. There's no, you use it, you can't get to your house. Whereas like if you live right here, you still gotta climb up every single day. You see that? You got to climb up every single day. So you don't have an elevator. So you can see very few and far in between. Does that make sense? Does what I'm saying make sense? Thank you, Broly. Okay, this is why it's kind of hard for people to get these things built, because, you know, not everybody wants to chip in and pay for it. It's probably like what? This is probably, in order to get something like this built, it's probably, also they've done this thing where it's like, can you imagine a guy or a woman that lives on the 5th floor, like somewhere up there, and they refuse to pay? They say, nah, we just gonna keep climbing, man. We're gonna be like Lance Armstrong. We're gonna work out our legs every single day. We refuse to pay. Okay, well, I've seen it before where they built the elevator and they shut off the access to the 5th floor. So you can't even press the number 5 button. You can't even press the 5th floor button. They won't even let you go up there. Does that make sense? Okay, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Look at these older buildings over here. Look at this. Okay. Boom. Can I take you guys up the elevator? I think this is one of those elevators that you actually have to have like a key for. You know what I'm saying? Because it is a paid facility. So let's keep moving. Please follow the channel and share this live stream, everyone. We are in the city of Jiangmen. I love these old neighborhoods too. I love it too. I'm telling you, these old neighborhoods are so quaint. But you can see people still live in them. This is, I would say, the occupancy rate here looks like 100%. No, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. I am in China. Please follow the channel and share this live stream. All right, now we just saw the first Haiti in the entire world. Now we're gonna go to, now it's time to go to, what's it called? Now it's time to go to the neighborhood where the famous TV show was filmed. And we are gonna do a lunch live stream today from some Cantonese food. Hey, so I took the night off last night. I told you guys in Discord, took the night off, rested last night, so you guys didn't see me this morning. I just wanted some time to myself to walk the streets, get a quiet dinner by myself, and I went and got a nice massage. So thank you guys for allowing me to get some rest. Thank you, Bae. But I am back. I feel recharged. I took a night off. I feel very good. I feel very high crime area. No crime area. There's no crime here. Beautiful. Hello, Monette Adams. Hello, everybody. You want a massage? No happy ending, man. I never do that, man. I got a little foot massage. I got a little head massage. And I got a hand massage. 90 minutes, $30. Freaking beautiful. Man, y'all's minds always in the gutter, man. I always be thinking about that funky stuff. Talking about some happy ending and stuff. Come on, man. No, I got an unhappy ending. It's called the bill. Okay? Every one of my massages has a very unhappy ending. Very unhappy ending. It's called the check. It's called the check. Okay? Very, very unhappy ending. I ain't never have a happy ending at a massage before in my life because it always come out with the bill. Okay? So let's keep it moving. All right? Every time y'all ask, why is there bars on the window? I always have to explain. It's for preventing thieves in the 1990s. You guys have to understand. All right? Back in the 1990s, this was a high crime area. Guangzhou, and I would imagine Jiangmen as well, was infected with crime in the 1990s. It was very, very unsafe. It was very, very unsafe for a woman to walk around by herself late at night. Not because some nasty crime is going to happen, petty crime, theft, primarily theft. All right? In the 1990s, if you were here in the Cantonese cities of Guangzhou, if you were here in like a lot of these coastal cities where there's a mix of people that come from everywhere in China, people coming out of the train stations, people coming off the bus stations, there was a high crime area in the 80s and 90s. Okay? As a matter of fact, I'll give you guys a little bit of history. Crime here was so bad. Crime was so bad here. Okay? It would happen in blatant daylight. Thank you, Pugs. Thank you very much, Pugs. Thank you. Pugs, don't tell me you have to leave again. It's the weekend. Thank you, Big Fox. Oh, it was bad. Let me. I'm actually thinking whether or not I should tell you guys a story about Yenda, about Strike Hard. You guys want to hear this story? Want to hear a little bit of history? Thank you, Pugs. Don't tell me you have to leave again. What up, Zuri Payne? Thank you, Raiko. What's up, everybody? All right, y'all want to hear this story? Y'all want to hear the crazy story? All right, thank you, Jolo. So, in the I want to say this was in, thank you, Charlie Lambert. Thank you, Charlie. I feel like this was in early 1980s. Okay, thank you, Sin. This is, you guys can Google this. Okay, it is a true story. You can go ahead and Google this. In the early 1980s. Yes, Annie. Thank you so much for pinning that comment. Thank you, Sin and Ada. Thank you for being my moderator. In the early 1980s, the leader of China at the time, thank you, Sin and Pugs and Jenny, started a campaign. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Linda. We just hit our goal. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Bae. Thank you, Jenny. He started a campaign called Strike Hard. Strike Hard, you can go and Google this. Strike Hard. In Chinese, it was called Yenda. In the early 1980s, there was so much crime in China that the leader of China at the time decided to open a campaign against crime called Strike Hard. Thank you, Lady Death. Now, Strike Hard is something that a lot of young people don't really remember because obviously they weren't born at the time. Thank you, Linda. But Strike Hard basically is very simple. For most petty crimes that you would be, let's say, given, let's say today you were caught stealing, or today you were caught, fighting in the streets, you were probably given 2 weeks administrative detention, 3 weeks administrative detention, things like that. During Strike Hard, every type of petty crime was given basically one of two outcomes. And most of it was basically capital punishment. Okay, I think I talked about this a few months ago, maybe 5 or 6 months ago. So Strike Hard was a very, very famous campaign during the 19. So my parents would have been not even 25 years old when it happened. So basically, if you were walking down the street and you got into a fight and you disturbed public order, okay, you would go into jail for a long time. And if it was a very serious offense, you would be executed during Strike Hard. And it was very swift. So what they would do, because crime was so out of control in the 80s, they had to get it under control. So what they would do is they would have control. So what they would do is they would have these public trials. And a lot of people would go. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Tammy, for extending yourself. And it'd be a public trial. It'd be this person was convicted of, this person is being put on trial. It was like the French public trial. It'd be this person was convicted of, this person is being put on trial. It was like the French Revolution. Everybody would watch. Because it was a way to warn the general public, don't commit crimes. It was a way to tell the general public, or graffiti, whatever. Okay? And they would say the verdict is capital punishment, and they will be taken by a truck to the place right away. There's no delay. They will get taken right away. And all the crowd will follow. Okay, all the crowd would just follow the truck. They would go there and they would witness this in their own, they would literally witness this. Kids would be watching this as it was happening. It was crazy. And the reason they do this, it's hard for a Westerner to understand this, but they did do this in France as well. It was in the French Revolution in the 1700s. The reason they did this was because crime was so out of control in the early 90s. Thank you, Broly and Pam, that they had to get crime under control. They had to get crime under control. And as a matter of fact, as the channel evolves, we're probably going to talk about some of these stories because there was one particular incident that triggered Strike Hard. There was one, so you could go and Google this. You can go and Google this. This is an actual piece of history. It was called the Strike Hard campaign. In Chinese, it was called Yanda. And the reason why I think of it when I think about this city is when you think about Guangzhou, when you think about Chengdu, when you think about Kunming, a lot of these big Chinese cities in the 1980s and 90s, they were very dangerous. Very, very dangerous, man. There was a lot of crime. You would get robbed walking down the street. You would get robbed by one of these motorcycles walking down the street. They would snatch women's purses. They would snatch women's earrings. They would do it all. It was a totally no rules type of society. And this is why, when you think about what China has turned into today, just how safe it is. That's why, I think a lot of people, when they look at all the cameras that China has, they probably be oh, it looks like a lot of cameras. Why do they have so many cameras? Well, that's kind of the deterrent that they have in place. That's kind of the deterrent that they place to make this society so much more civil. Because you don't know what it was like in the 80s. Neither do I. I was born in 1990. But it was a very different world back then. When I was a kid growing up, I was always taught, don't talk to strangers. Because another crime that there was a lot of when I was a kid was kidnapping little kids. I don't know why. I don't know why the hell I'm telling y'all these types of stories. Because I love to share history with you guys. Why the hell am I telling you guys these stories? What the hell? Why am I saying this? That don't even make sense. Thank you, Gene and Marlene. So in the 80s and 90s, man, you got to understand, back then, and it's still to a certain extent today, a lot of Chinese families, especially back then, especially in the rural areas of China, they really valued having a boy. It was in China, it's called 重男轻女, which means they put an emphasis on boys. And back then, they didn't like girls as much. A lot of families wanted to have boys. They wanted to have kids that were boys. So if a family didn't have a dog, they didn't have I almost said dog. If they didn't have a boy, a lot of times, not a lot of times, but sometimes what they would resort to doing is they would buy. Thank you, Shauna. They would like, I guess the nice way to say it is politely say it is to adopt, but they would buy a boy. Now, where the hell did the boy come from? What do you think the boy came from? Well, the boy was kidnapped from a city and then sold to a rural countryside. So a lot of that happened in the 80s and 90s. It doesn't happen as much nowadays because they have DNA testing. And also, it's like when you live in China today, it's also one of the most emotional things that you could ever witness, because I've seen a lot of episodes of Chinese government TV shows where they are now using DNA testing to reunite a lot of these kidnapped kids with their parents. And what they do is the parents are obviously looking for their kids. It's like almost like the Maury show of America, where Maury goes, you are the father or you are not the father. The American version, the Maury show here in China, is like the parents who have their kids missing would submit their DNA sample. It would get entered in. It's true, Bugs. I make light of it, but I think this will help Americans understand this story. Is, the Maury show. You are the father. You are not the father. Oh, he's trying to collect some old appliances. I'm like, what the hell is that bell ringing in my ear for? I thought I was going crazy. Anyway, let me finish my story. So what they would do nowadays, they would put all the DNA into a nationwide database, and a lot of kids now in their 30s and 40s are reuniting with their parents. It's a very emotional scene. I've seen a lot of these episodes. Very, very emotional. Their parents are like 80 years old, 75 years old now, and they get reunited with their kids, and it's very, very emotional. They haven't seen their kid in like 30, 40 years because of DNA testing. They get reunited. So anyway, I don't know why, anytime we go live, it just seems like we talk about a lot of things that isn't directly related to where we are. But you have to remember, man, anytime you are in a Chinese city with a high influx of people in and out, meaning a lot of people immigrate to a city, a lot of people come from out of town, you're going to have a lot of crime back in the 90s. This place was no exception. This place is a little bit better than Guangzhou, but it gives you an idea. It gives you an idea. It gives you an idea. There's a lot of people that come from China to come here to look for jobs, So it's one of those things where, you got to give credit when credit is due. I know a lot of Americans don't like these things. I know a lot of Americans don't like these cameras everywhere, and they do have cameras everywhere in China. But it is necessary for a society that's this big, over 1 billion people, and it has worked. You always got to look when you're crossing the street in China, because this was an electric vehicle. It didn't make any sound whatsoever. There's no engine sound whatsoever. Thank you, A True. And if I crossed, my ass would have been hit. Okay, so let's keep it moving. Let's cross this bridge. Where we're going next is right across the street. So let's keep it moving. Does what I'm saying make sense, everybody? Does that make sense? You know what I mean? Is everything making sense, what I'm trying to communicate with you guys? Right? Does it make sense? Yes? Yeah? It makes sense? It's like there's so many people living in this society here, 1.4 billion people. It's hard to make sure you have a civil society. It's hard to make sure that you have a safe society unless you have certain guardrails in place. You know what I mean? Thank you, Bay. So unfortunately, we're going to go up this bridge in a second. These cameras here have become, a point of emphasis for people that really don't like this country, to make fun of this country, to say that it's an authoritative state. But in reality, as someone, you take it from someone who grew up in the 90s in China, myself, I welcome these things. Okay? Because the China that I grew up in the 90s wasn't like this. It looked like this, but it wasn't nearly as safe it is today. So let's go up there. Let's go to where the Chinese famous Chinese show, Kuangbiao. Okay, let's go see where that show was filmed. All right, so we're going to keep it moving. All right, let's keep it. Let me tell you something about the cameras. When I was living in the south side of Chicago in Bridgeport, I wish we had some cameras. See where Liz lives. We ain't gonna say where it is. See where Liz lives, she don't need no cameras. Okay, she don't need cameras where she lives. That's a nice place. But where I lived in Chicago, in 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008. We needed cameras. We needed as many cameras as possible. Okay, we needed all the cameras in the world. Thank you, Liz. Okay, where she lives, she don't need no cameras. Okay, let's keep moving. No, that ain't no cap, man. We needed cameras in Chicago. Bad. Everybody, please follow the channel and tap on the screen, everybody. We got over 100,000 likes already. Thank y'all for tapping. Let's keep it moving. You know, it's called... How many of you guys actually went and Googled Strike Hard? Any of you actually went and Googled that Strike Hard campaign? Everything I said was true, isn't it? Strike Hard. Any of you guys Googled it? You did, right? A lot of y'all Googled it, right? How many of you guys, you Googled it? Yeah, Strike Hard. It's a real thing. Look at this. Like, literally, look at this building right here. Thank you, Greg. It don't get no more Cantonese than this. Plant Groove. You watching this, dog? Plant Groove. You watching this in Canton right now, in Guangdong right now? You watching this? This literally doesn't get any more Cantonese than this. Look at this freaking building. With the exposed balconies. You watch more Cantonese than this. Look at this freaking building. With the exposed balconies. You watch balconies. You watching this freaking building. With the exposed balconies. You watching this? This freaking building. It's in this. You Abbas. You Abbas. Lavish and user. We back on? Alright, look, here's the deal. We've been having a lot of problems with Google Fi in these last two cities that I've been to since I came out here. I don't know why. Thank you, Plant Groove and Wild Kit Kat. Like I said, I don't really know why, but we've been having issues. We've been having issues with Google Fi in China. Issues with Google Fi in China the last couple of days. I don't know if there's been a policy change or what, but we're gonna do the best we can. We're gonna keep it moving. Thank you, Gene. Let's keep it moving. What happens if people have more than one child at the time? Well, we are in a part of China here in the deep south, where it's very common for people back then to have multiple children. Thank you, David. You see, the thing with the one-child policy of the 1990s, of the late 80s and 1990s, is very simple. It depends on your situation in life. Let me explain what I mean. It depends on your situation in life. Let me explain what I mean by that. Usually, the people they were people that relied on some type of government income. Okay, so let's say you're a contractor for the government, you directly work for the government, you're a government employee, or you live in an area of China where the one-child policy was very heavily enforced. Okay, let me before we continue with that story, you can see what's going on here, right? They preserved this little corner of old city Jiangmen. They haven't torn this down. This is still preserved. Thank you, Sophie. Let me get out of this man's way. Okay, you can see how this is still preserved. This is why we're getting closer and closer to the historical neighborhoods. Look at this. Okay, and what else do you notice about this city? Before I continue with the one-child policy, another thing I've noticed is that this city has a lot of gasoline-powered petrol motorcycles. So everywhere else that we've been to in China, 99.9% of the motorcycles and the mopeds on the road are powered by electricity. Look at this car. Look at this one coming at me right now. You can hear the noise. Listen to it. Listen to the one behind me. Look. Y'all hear that? Those are gasoline-powered motorcycles that are not even allowed to be on the road in many Chinese cities. But for some reason, here in Guangdong, in these types of cities, they're still allowed to be on the road. When we go to Taiwan, when we go to Taipei, in southern China, when we go to Taiwan, and that's later this month, you're going to see it. You're going to see it. There's going to be a lot of this. Look at this. Look at this. Thank you, Linda. I appreciate you. See, look, another one right here. See that? This is not even allowed to be on the road in a lot of bigger Chinese cities. But here, they probably don't care. Look at this. Now, hopefully our signal stays good when we come in here. Check this out. Look at these old alleys. How tight they are. Look at this. Thank you, Gene Bravo. Look at this. Nah, man, there's no war in Taiwan. And hopefully there isn't a war. Man, we common folks just want to have a good life. We just want to be able to feed our families, travel the world, and live a good life, man. Don't nobody want no war. You know what I'm saying? We just want to live a good, happy life. Just want to live a good, happy life. Let's keep it moving. Yeah, it's okay for me to walk through here. This is public street. You see those girls over there? What y'all think those girls? You see that girl right there? Thank you, Carolina. Hello, Lisa Ann. What's up, Lisa Ann? Look at this. Look at these old homes right here. All right, let's keep it moving. Now, we don't really know for how much longer they're going to keep these areas around. They're going to keep these neighborhoods around. But this neighborhood right here, right around 40 to 50 years old. Thank you, KB and David Wu. 40 to 50 years old. Back then, man, back then, this was considered a nice-ass house. Okay, thank you, David. This was considered a nice place back then. Like, this building right here was considered like a very, very nice place in the 1970s and 1980s when it was built. Okay, and the thing about Jiangmen that I'm noticing is that all these homes are actually occupied. Thank you, Lisa and Bay. There's people that live here. You know, we've been to a lot of places in China where you go to an older neighborhood, a really old historical neighborhood, it's empty. It's abandoned. Thank you, Carolina, honest guy. Every single unit that I'm seeing here has an electric meter running across it, and it's like running. You see that? There's people living here. You know, I don't know if we could go inside, but I'm going to try to show you a door that's open. And a lot of young people now all grow up in the big skyscrapers and the big condominiums. So a lot of young people actually like to come out here and take photos for Instagram, like these two girls are doing right here. Okay, thank you, Bay. Thank you, Jeff. The black on the building is a mold. Look at this. Thank you, Brian. Thank you very much, Brian. So this is the city right here. See that right here? Thank you, Kimmy. I see that this is the city of Jiangmen. It's right in between. Thank you, Carlito. It is right here in between Guangzhou and Zhuhai. Thank you, Lavish. Thank you, Teresa. You see that? Beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful. How is the signal, everybody? Are we still lagging? We are in the midst of some small alleys. And look at this freaking building right here. Look at that. Great, good, okay. All right, let me explain a little bit further. So this right here, this building looks like it's from the 70s and 80s. This would have been the home to a very wealthy person. I would estimate that the person who built this home, likely they have family in America, family in the Philippines, family in Singapore, family in Malaysia. Meaning, remember, this is the home to over 4 million overseas Chinese. What they did is that a brave young man and a brave young woman will venture overseas to go and make a living. And once they've made it, they will take their US dollars, they will take their British pounds, and they will come back here to China and build their extended family a beautiful home. So whenever you see a home that looks like this and it's got some age to it, there's a very high, and also it looks a little bit European with these arches, you know, with the way the entrance looks, that's very different from the rest of the neighborhood. It's a demonstration of the success that this family has had in overseas trading and overseas jobs. They've come back and built themselves a nice home. Does that make sense, everyone? So this is why this building looks very, very different from, for example, this building right here. Okay, does that make sense what I'm saying? It's a very, very overseas immigrant-based place. Okay? Let's keep moving. Hey, and I know for a fact we got a lot of Chinese Americans. We got a lot of people with some Chinese ancestry watching this. You know, I think Peony, maybe you do. You know, I think Pugs, if you're still watching, maybe you do, right? Maybe Linda, you do, right? Your family, where it is that you come from, where it is that your ancestry dates back to, where is it from in China? It probably has something to do with this. Maybe it has something to do with this. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep it moving. Let's keep walking through the alleys. Look at this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We back. I'm showing green right here, man. I'm showing green, so our signal should be okay. Look at that. Thank you, Ada Torres. Beautiful. Thank you, JK. Let's keep it moving. I didn't pause it, but what's going on over here? Man, I'm telling y'all, man. We got the hard and difficult signal out here. I don't know what's going on. Is it still bad? Is it a little bit better? No, I didn't pause it. We still walking. There's just a lot of people that live here. Alright, let's keep it moving. It's the only thing we could do is just keep it moving. It's a new, different type of live stream. We going back to the radio age, y'all. Thank you, JK and Kong. Y'all, we came all this way to go back to the radio age. Some of y'all, you talk about vintage vibes. Okay, we are bringing back the radio, baby. Okay, we are going back to the radio. Forget the internet age. We going back to the walkie-talkie. Thank you, Shay K and Lavish. Everybody, thank you. Let's keep moving. JK, is it? Tell people, let's tell the folks to get out of the live stream and come right back in. Okay, tell the folks to come back, go out of the live stream and come back in. It should fix it. All right. Still no picture. We got that. All I could do is just keep moving, everybody. All I do is keep moving. Thank you, German girl. Oh, hopefully there's no delay in my voice, because that always happens when we lag. Okay, we good? We good? All right, let's keep moving. Yeah. Let's keep it moving before we started lagging. Okay, I think we got to get away from the very, very narrow alleys. The signal here isn't very good to begin with, and I think good evening in Iowa, I think the alleys make it worse. So let's just keep moving. All right, where we're about to go to, thank you, Dream Inc., is the setting for a very famous Chinese TV show from 2022. That's where all these people are walking from right now. Thank you, JK. All right, that's where all these people are coming from right now. Okay, thank you, Dream Inc. and 21 Ted and Pui Tames and Suki. Please follow the channel and share this live stream. Okay, look at this. Please follow the channel and share this live stream. Okay, look at this. Beautiful. Thank you, Pui. All right, the Chinese TV. Beautiful. Thank you, Pui. All right, the Chinese TV show from 2022 has a very simple premise. It talks about a man that was a fish merchant. So he was a fish salesman at the local market, and he becomes the underground crime boss. All right, and the place that we're about to go to is where the first, I think, 10 or 15 episodes of the show was filmed. A very humble working class neighborhood that has a lot of character. So the show was based in Guangdong. It was based in Canton. All right, I think it was the highest streaming, the most watched TV show of 2022 in China. A lot of people watched that show. Is the signal better, everyone? We're about to go back to the alleys again. Signal a little bit better. Almost 200,000 likes. The show in Chinese was called 狂飙. I don't know how to say that in English. It's a lot of Chinese words I don't know how to say in English, man. I'm telling y'all, man. So it's a lot of Chinese words that really has no English translation. 狂飙 basically means like driving recklessly. You know, it means like a person is being very reckless in life. It means like a person is being very reckless in life. It was a very good show. All right, let's keep moving. Oh man, here we go. Speed and passion. There we go. All right, there go the signal again. There go the signal again. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all see me in this old ass alley? Can y'all see me? Thank you, Bay. Can y'all see me? Can y'all hear me? Moderator, we have a spammer. Thank you, Coco. We good? All right, cool. All right. As we talk about this show, thank you, Amy and Bay. Let me talk to you guys a little bit about the cultural differences of Chinese entertainment versus American entertainment shows. Okay? See, in America, you guys have to understand, this is both a good thing and I think this is mostly a good thing. See, this is one of the biggest differences between China and America, and I will give you this honest feedback. I probably couldn't say this. If I was on Chinese social media, I could say this, but I think, obviously this being TikTok, I could say mostly whatever I want. See, Chinese TV shows have one problem. They always have to be, at the end of the show, politically correct. So we got this, my moderator, this guy keeps on spamming. We gotta watch these spammers. I'm gonna mute him. We got these spammers. Anyway. A lot of Chinese TV shows always have to be politically correct. Meaning, in a Chinese TV show, the bad guy can never win at the end. The policemen, the authorities always have to win. Every Chinese TV show must end this way. You cannot have an ending where the bad guy wins. Okay? So, from a creative perspective, thank you, Cody. From a creative perspective, think about how much room that gives you as a director, as a script writer. You know what I'm saying? As a director, as a script writer. Okay, when every single TV show has to end the same way. Okay, thank you, my mall. Okay, when every TV show has to end the same way. So think about it. This is why when you think about entertainment and TV and shows, you think about like. How are the Koreans able to make Squid Game? All right. Why is it that, by the way, is the signal bad? Is the signal bad? Let's keep the comments flowing, everybody. When I see the comments flowing, it means that the signal is good. Because when I don't, good? Okay. You see, you think about this. Why is it that the Koreans can make an amazing show like the Squid Games? Is it because Koreans can make an amazing show like the Squid Games? Is it because they are more creative? Is it because they are smarter? I don't think so. I think we're all the same people. But I think from a Chinese director, from a Chinese story writer, there's a lot of limitations to what they can write, right? You can never write anything that's negative about the government, right? And not that makes for a good script, but I think the box that you stand on is a lot smaller, right? So thank you, Misty. It is just a fact. So the reason I say that is because I feel like a lot of the good shows like 狂飙, like 扫黑风暴, there's another good show. It's called Fight Crime. These are really good shows with good character development, but I was always very disappointed with the ending of the show. Not because the bad guy lost, but because in order to make the bad guy lose, it always feels like a moral lesson. It feels like when you're watching the end of these shows that you're getting, like you're back in school. You're getting like taught a lesson again about how to be a good person when all you want is just to relax and watch a TV show. Thank you, Melanated. So as an American living out here, obviously, and another good example of this, and this is a great illustration of it, is if you look at the American movie called Fight Club with Brad Pitt. Okay? Brad Pitt was in a movie called Fight Club. It was actually a book. Okay, you guys remember the movie Fight Club? So in the movie Fight Club, the ending, what happens to the ending? Anybody remembers the ending of Fight Club? What happens? What do they do at the end of the movie? Anybody remembers? What do they do? What happens at the end of Fight Club? Anybody could describe it? Anybody remembers? They blow up. Exactly. Who said that? Yeah, Flex Wilson said it. Exactly. They blow it up. Right? The building blows up. Exactly. Fight Club was actually a movie that was introduced to the Chinese audience by Tencent. By the company, it's like the Chinese Netflix. What happens to that movie's ending in the Chinese version? Okay, what happens to that movie in the Chinese version? The good guys win. The building never blows up. Okay, the building never blows up. The good guy wins. Alternate ending. All right? So this is what I'm trying to tell you guys, man. It's like the good guy always has to win. Thank you, Lexi. The good guy always has to win in a Chinese TV show and a Chinese movie. You cannot. Does that make sense? You cannot have something that's considered subversive. They changed any. But here's what's really crazy, though. I think a lot of Americans deserve to hear this. I think a lot of you guys deserve to hear this. Okay? The original ending of the book, Fight Club, by the original author, the good guy wins. It was only the Hollywood adaptation of the book that the building blows up. So in reality, what the Chinese did is actually a reversion to the true faithful ending of the book. Think about the irony of that. Right? Think about the irony of this. Does that make sense? Now, and this is, I think, a great illustration for everybody who's watching this. When that story came out, and you can go ahead and, I want you to go ahead and do this for me, okay, on your computer, if you're watching this. Of all the Americans, take out your computer. I want you to go and Google Fight Club movie. I want you to Google these 4 words. Fight Club movie, China. I want you to Google this. I want you to literally Google this. Fight Club movie, China. And then go and read about the negative stories that a lot of American newspapers, a lot of Western online pundits wrote about this story when it happened. They were like, oh my God, communist China changed the ending of Fight Club, censored Fight Club, blah, 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 right? Go and Google this. Fight Club movie, China. Go and Google it, okay? Read the story, okay? But the oxymoron, the ironic, the paradox of the situation is that what they changed it to was actually the real ending of the book. The real ending of the book wasn't that the building blows up. it was that the good guy wins. But they don't tell you that. They don't tell you that in the stories. So these are just some of the things. Go and like I said, go and Google it, check it out. You know what I'm saying? It's a very, very interesting story that just shows you how certain things are being used to smear and to make this country look bad and to make it look very dystopian when the story doesn't tell you the full extent. Does that make sense, everybody? Thank you, I am Wells. Does that make sense? Okay, these are the things that you guys, that I, as a Chinese American living here, I know what's going on. Like I know the real story, so I share it on my live streams. But if it was somebody, this is what kind of scares me about it, is if it was somebody who lives in, let's say if this is somebody that lives in North Carolina, who's never, and they read that story, I think from a gut instinct perspective, they will have a negative impression of this country. Now, they will have a very negative impression of this country, but they don't actually. But that's what these articles are designed to do. Light on the facts, but very, very good at influencing you. Does that make sense? That's a very, very interesting story. Okay, go and Google it. Okay, let's keep it moving, everybody. Let's keep it moving. Keep it moving. What you guys think of this neighborhood right here? What do you guys think of this neighborhood? Can somebody explain to me what the hell is going on, man? Why are so many of these motorcycles powered by petrol? I don't understand this. I don't understand this, man. What's my opinion of the Crazy Rich Asian movie? Sonia, thank you for asking that question. Hold on, let me first figure out where I'm going. Make sure I'm going to the right place. That's a great question. And I apologize once again. We're battling signal issues all day. Okay, we're battling signal issues all day. We're doing our best. Thank you, Victoria. Crazy Rich Asians is one of my favorite movies. One of my favorite movies. And the reason why it's one of my favorite movies is very simple. When I watched that movie for the very first time, by the way, I feel like this place is getting me ready for Taiwan and getting me ready for Vietnam with all the petrol motorcycles that are in the streets. Very different from everywhere else in China. Okay, but this is one of my, Crazy Rich Asians was one of my favorite movies. When I watched it for the very first time in a movie theater, I hated it because I didn't fully understand the movie. When I watched it again on a Delta flight, before I moved to China, I watched it for a second time on a flight and I understood it even more. I actually realized it was a great movie. It was an amazing movie. I just didn't understand it the very first time. Okay? All right. Anyway, it was a great movie. Now, this is the famous Chinese TV show from 2022. Okay, thank you, Just Kirby. This is the main character. Okay, and this actor totally blew up. By the way, I kind of look like him with my glasses on. Not the hair part, but the sunglasses. Okay, this is where it was filmed. So we're gonna walk around and we're gonna go and check out this neighborhood. Okay, this is it right here. That is the main character. He in like every single movie now. He like the hottest actor in China. He in every single movie. That's his wife. Okay, so this is where this is where it was filmed. Thank you, Mr. Goddamn, I kind of look like him. This ain't good. No, that's his wife in the show, in the TV show. Thank you, Pow Lav. Let's keep it moving. Look at this. Look at this right here. Thank you, Pow Lab. I better look at. Thank you very much, Shauna. I appreciate it. Do the lanterns light up at night? I think they do, actually. Yeah, I think they do. Look at this. I see light bulbs inside. I think they do, actually. Yeah, I think they do. Look at this. I see light bulbs inside. It's absolutely beautiful. The name of the show in Chinese is called Kuang Biao. I don't know what the English translation is. Kuang Biao. I don't know what the English translation is. Look at this. English is called the knockout. Thank you, Bay. English is called the knockout. Thank you, Bay. Look at this. Bay. Look at this. See, this is even though obviously this is a very, very old neighborhood, but thank you, Leaf. For some reason, they haven't torn this down, so I don't know if it's because it has a historical value. Okay, thank you, Bay. I don't know if it's because it has a historical value. Okay, we lagging again. Hey, I'm telling y'all, man, I don't even know what is going on with all these signals over here. I'm going to have to switch out my SIM card to a different SIM card later today. Oh, I'm going to have to switch to a different SIM card before we go to lunch because we just keep lagging. Let's see this lady over here taking photos. I believe this is where it was filmed. I believe this is like his old house or something. You know, see this lady over here also taking photos. See that? She over here taking videos too. So this is a very, very popular spot. Look at this. Let's keep moving. I could actually go up there. I will do that. She live on TikTok. That's right, man. That's right, Yanovsky. Let's come up here. What the hell? That is the nastiest shit I've ever seen in my life. That is a cat carcass. What the hell? Oh, that is the nastiest shit I've ever seen in my life. Oh my God. Is this where it was filmed? I don't know if this is where it was filmed. Thank you, Missy. Ugh. Well, it's pretty obvious. Ain't nobody living here now. I thought this is where the movie was filmed. I thought this is where the movie Kwang Biao was filmed. Why does it look so old and beat up like this? Maybe it's a different building. Let's keep looking. Well, that was very disturbing. Let's go ahead and keep it moving. That stunk. Smelled very bad. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep moving, man. I'm about to have lunch in like an hour. I'm about to stream a lunch. I really wish I didn't see that. Thank you, Bay. That was nasty as hell. Huh. Ah, this is it right here. Okay, so this is one of the primary settings of the show right here. 水间农贸市场, this right here. All right, this is because you guys remember the main character. Thank you, Mark. The main character used to be a fish salesman. Okay, he used to sell fish in the show. Oh my God. Oh my God, there's a lot of people here. No wonder we're lagging. Everybody and their mama is here. Oh, I see what's going on over here. So this is the restaurant that the show's primary character has lunch at all the time. This is where it was filmed, right here. You see, this is why this restaurant is doing so much business. Check this out. This is it right here. Oh, see that? Look at how packed, look how busy this is. Look at this. They must have the what's it called? They must have the pork, the pig feet. They must have the pig feet rice. Let me check this out. Let me see what they have over here. Oh. 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 I'll be eating good over here, man. Oh, thank you, Terry. What up, Terry? Look at this. Thank you, JP. Look at all this dim sum over here. Look at all this dim sum. God, they be eating out here. Check this out. So this is the main character of the movie, and this is the police officer that ended up catching him. Okay, so they ended up eating here. There should be some photos on the wall. Yeah, this right here. Look at this. Beautiful. Cantonese breakfast indeed. Dim sum. All right, let's go into the market. I will explore the street in a second, man, but let's go into the market first. Let's go into the market first. All right, everybody, man, this is where the show in 2022 was filmed. So this was like 2.5 years ago. When it came out, man, it took the country by storm. I mean, this thing went viral 2.5 years ago. It was crazy. 2.5 years ago, everybody was watching this show. Everybody was watching this show. Thank you, Victoria, including me, my ex-girlfriend. Everybody was watching this show back then. It was viral. It went viral 2 years ago. Let's keep moving. Most Chinese shows only have one season, but it was a long season too. It was like 35 episodes. Okay, this looks like a bad idea to come in here with yawning. Thank you, Power Lab. Let's see if we can still have a signal when we come in here. So let's walk a little bit deeper. Man, movie name, show, man, it's called Knockout in English. Knockout in English. In Chinese, it's called 狂飙. So the thing about it is, this is actually a real market. This is not a prop. The TV show actually used a real market to do its filming. Okay, and the character starts out as a humble fish salesman selling fish here. We could probably find the stall, man. Let's keep moving. Let's go find that stall. Okay. Let's keep it moving. Hold on. I gotta lock this person. Spammer. Okay, let's keep it moving. There's a lot of people here. There's a lot of people here. It's a real ass market. Thank you. Thank you. Grammy. Thank you. Caro. Thank you. Skips Rec. Thank you. Susie. Thank you. Changda. Thank you. Yo, this market is huge. I am Wells, Victoria, Julie. Are we still lagging, everybody? I apologize to all my viewers if we lag throughout the day. Are we still lagging? Thank you, Charlie, Bay. Are we still lagging? Thank you, Rita. We good? Alrighty, let's keep it moving. Let's hope it stays. Oh, Pugs is still here. I thought I lost you, Pugs. I thought I lost you because of the lag. Oh, thank you, Bay and Rita. Let's keep it moving. I need to go get a new SIM card. The need to get a new SIM card is very dire. Thank you, Pamela and Shauna. We're good? All right, let's keep it moving. Well, I was going to show you the movie set, the set to the TV show, but instead, we ended up at a market. Instead, we ended up at a market, baby. Oh. Seems like every single show, we end up at a market somehow. Hey, look at this. Beautiful. Oh, yes, you could watch the show for free if you're an American. A lot of y'all probably don't know this. I'm going to drop a little bit of knowledge on y'all. Okay? For all the Americans back home, thank you, Macabello. Chinese TV shows that a lot of Chinese people have to pay money to watch on Tencent or iQIYI or Youku. They have to pay for a monthly membership in order to watch it. You, as Americans, can watch it for free. You don't need to pay a membership. You might have to watch some ads, but they are all hosted on that platform that starts with the letter Y. You can all go and watch it for free. You can go and watch it for free. Every single Chinese show ever released, it's all free. Why? Because they want more foreigners to be able to get an exposure to... What the fuck is that? Pardon my language. What the hell is that? Please pardon my language, man. What the hell is that? Look like you having a bad day, dog. You in goose heaven now, baby. Wow, this place is busy, man. This place busy. This is a busy freaking place, y'all. This is a busy place. A lot of stuff being sold. Wow. Look at all this. You just bought the feet, you ain't buy the legs? Oh, you bought the legs too. I'ma stand right here. What you gonna do about it? Who you telling to move? What the hell? I don't play that shit this morning, man. I'ma stand right here. Let's keep it moving. I don't play that shit. Shit. I'ma stand right here. I'ma stand right here. Shit, I'm gonna go get a chair. I'm gonna sit right here. This is a public place. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving, everybody. We at the market, baby. I don't play. I ain't got the patience for that shit today, man. Ain't got the patience for that shit today. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Matter of fact, I'm gonna stand here some more. Thank you, Plan Groove. Thank you, Kit Kat. That brought the Chicago out of me. Anyway, they cooking chicken out here. That brought the Chicago out of me. Anyway, they cooking chicken out here. Thank you, Paris. Thank you, Sumaya. Thank you, Shauna. Thank you, Marks. Thank you, Powlav. Thank you, Amos. Thank you, Young Burrow. Let's keep it moving. Now, I'm trying to find, thank you, Jim Bagnola. I'm trying to find the stall, Delilah and Young Burrow, thank you. I'm trying to find the stall where they filmed Kwang Biao 2 years ago. I'm trying to find the stall that they were selling fish out of. This place is indoors and it's humongous. Thank you, S Spike and Mavis. Dude, this is a full-on market. They got everything here. Thank you, Terry. Yeah, he said, Greg, he said, go on with your ass. Oh, but I wasn't telling you to move, man. I wasn't telling you to move. No, I was trying to make a hand signal. I'm sorry. I wasn't telling you to move. Let me do it to the ground. He said, He said, go on, scoot somewhere. He said, go on, scoot somewhere. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Look at this. How many of you guys missed the seafood market yesterday? This is not going to be nearly, I don't think this is going to be nearly as impressive as we saw yesterday. Yesterday was a full-on wholesale market, okay? This right here is different. This is more like your Sunday morning. I mean, first of all, this market is open every single day. Thank you, I Am Wells. It's open every single day. But it's especially busy during the weekends in the morning. Especially busy. Thank you for the heart. Beautiful. Woo! We eating good. Thank you, Pon. See the seafood market yesterday. The signal also wasn't very good. Thank you, Stan. Thank you, I Am Wells.这个是吃的吗？还是钓鱼用的？这个是吃的吗？这吃的。I just asked them if this was bait for fishing, or is this for human consumption? And they said you eat this. Now I have never seen this before in my life. I thought this is like when you use it as a fishing bait, but apparently you eat this. Wow. Man, what is going on, everybody? I came here looking for a TV show, man. I came here looking for the TV show Kwambyao, and I ended up here looking at some worms, man. What is going on over here? I don't know what's going on over here.
Con gì thế bà?
Hả?
Dê ba. Chốc cái xe hiểu đấy. Chốc cây. Xe hiểu. Hả? Nó phải đấy.
I grew up eating them eels, by the way. I grew up eating that. I love eel. I grew up eating it. Ah, hell nah. Oh, I can't show y'all this. Oh, hell no. She's processing a turtle right now. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Ow, ow! Fuck, my passport. Oh my God. What the? Oh my God. Water splashed all over me from this fish. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at this. My passport. Good thing my passport is good. My passport's still okay. That fish really wanted to leave, y'all. Thank you, Alda. Ugh. Yo, I'm mesmerized by this, man. She opening the shell of the turtle right now. Damn, Master Ugui. Your ass ain't gonna be teaching the Kung Fu Panda any more lessons, man. Your ass went to turtle heaven. There go the end of Kung Fu Panda, man. Master Ugui. Your ass went to go see God. You ain't teaching Po no more lessons. Class dismissed. Let's keep it moving, man. Thank you, Bay. Class dismissed, baby. Class dismissed. How the hell did you know it was gonna fit in that tiny ass box? Oh, thank you, I am Wells. Thank you very much. Yo, this is incredible. Nah, they don't eat dolphins over here. They do that. I think they do that in Japan, but also it's not very common in Japan as well. It's more like a specialty food. There's no habit of eating dolphins in China. They don't really do that out here in China. By the way, you guys know what this is right here? You guys know what this is? That's good old fresh, that is fresh fish powder. So this is used to make dumplings. This is used to make, this is fish right here. Charlie, what is your profile photo? Charlie Lambert, what is your profile photo, man? What is on your profile photo, bruh? Huh? Charlie Lambert, what's on your profile photo? This is fish paste. Man, I want my restitution, man. This is libel. This is damaging my reputation, Charlie Lambert. I want my restitution. I want my restitution, man. This is damaging my reputation. Anyway, this is fresh. This is fresh fish paste. 你好，你好. This is fresh fish paste. What you use? 这是做饺子还是饺子是吧? So you use this to make dumplings. Okay, this is fresh, and it says no flour added. It is pure fish paste. You use it to make dumplings. Check this out. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Look at all this food that they have. Well, this is incredible. Let's keep moving. Yeah, fish meatballs, fish dumplings. This place is packed. It's very fresh, absolutely. Fresh is the name of the game here in Cantonese, in Guangdong, in China. It is the name of the game. It is very, very fresh. It's all about fresh. It's all about quality. And in reality, man, like Cantonese food is one of the great food varieties of China. Most of the food that you eat in America that is considered American Chinese food is actually derived from Cantonese and Fujian cooking. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of knowledge here. Most of the Chinese restaurants that you visit in America are run by people who are descendants from Fujian and Guangdong, especially from Fujian province. Okay? Cantonese food is one of the largest and most important cuisines in all of China. Many of the Michelin star restaurants in China are actually from Cantonese cooking. Okay, so a lot of the Cantonese food that have gone on to win Michelin 1, 2, and 3 stars, most of them are Cantonese food. Most of them, if not all of them. Very, very famous internationally. Another fun fact, when you go to a Marriott hotel here in China, a Marriott Corporation hotel, like a Ritz-Carlton, like a JW Marriott, like a Marriott itself, a higher end Marriott hotel here in China is always going to have a Cantonese restaurant inside its hotel. Always a Cantonese restaurant. Okay? Now look at all this la rou over here. Okay? Now look at all this la rou over here. You see this? Oh, this is so good. It smells so good. Very fragrant. Very, very fragrant. Very, very fragrant. Really, really good. Look at everything here is dried. Look at all this. They love to eat their dried meat over here. What up, man? You do your homework? Little kid over back there, man. You do your homework? Look at all this. Let's keep moving, everybody. Thank you, Meats. Thank you, Williams. Look at this. Man, look at this. Absolutely beautiful. Let's keep moving. There's just way too many people in here, guys. People in here. I don't have a beard. I don't have a beard. It's called libel. Okay, it's called libel. It's called ruining my reputation. I do not have a beard. All right, it's Photoshop. It's Photoshop. Okay. JPM. Thank you, Spike. Look at this. You still lagging, everybody, or is it a little bit better? Thank you, Shauna. Is it a little bit better? We're still lagging. Can you imagine what would happen if we do have Starlink, everybody? We would have so many more viewers if we actually had Starlink and we actually had a freaking reliable internet everywhere we went. We would have so many more viewers. We would never lose any viewers. We would have so many more viewers, y'all, if we actually had a reliable internet signal. But there's no Starlink in China. Starlink is not available in China. There's no coverage in China. You didn't know that? There's no Starlink in China. I wish it did, because when I come back to America and stream, I'm going to buy a Starlink Mini, the thing that you could carry in your backpack, and I'll be able to stream in like a lot of remote locations, like national parks, you know? So I look forward to the day where I'm able to do that. You're right, they use Beidou, that's right. There's no Starlink in China, Annie. They're making their own Chinese version of Starlink. Hello in Milan, Jonathan, hello. Yes, please tap on your screens. Share this live stream. Someone is asking me, where's the fruit? Well, this is definitely the fruit section over here. There's a lot of people. So this is why the signal isn't very good. There's a lot of people here. What is this? What the hell is this? Can somebody explain to me what this is? I'm gonna get out of your way, man. Y'all look at this. Y'all look very interested in this. What the hell? That's some type of a yam. Huh. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is either. What I do know is that, yeah, taro. Yeah, taro. That's it. What I do know is that there's a lot of people ahead of me. And that's a very busy street, so it must have something to do with the movie. So let's keep it moving. Please follow the channel and share this live stream. Guava. Thank you, Spike and Big Worm. Thank y'all. half these things are, man. I need to expand my horizon. What the hell are these things? That looked familiar right here. This one looks familiar. Not this though. This don't look familiar. This looks very familiar to me. Okay, this looks very familiar to me. Thank you, leather. Okay, not this. Okay, not this stuff right here. This right here. Okay, we're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna keep it moving. Thank you, Clee. Thank you, Mrs. Stacks. All right, everybody, we've arrived at the most popular part of Jiangmen. We finally arrived at the historic district. This is it. This is the Sunday morning market. This is also the setting. Thank you, Plant Groove. This is also, but I'm just telling y'all the truth. Ask my ex and current girlfriends about me. Ask them about me and see if I'm telling lies. Some of them are probably watching right now and they nodding their head. Thank you, Eve. Thank you, Delilah. Right, 是的. The Chinese person just said it in Chinese. They upgraded this market. The fish stall is gone. You're right. You're right. They upgraded this place. You're right about that. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. He said, you lie. No, there's some girlfriends of mine who are watching this right now who are nodding in unison. They agreeing right now. They nodding right now. By the way, you sound like the congressman. You guys remember like 15 years ago, Obama was trying to give a speech in front of Congress, and this one Republican congressman just started shouting, "You lie! You lie!" And this guy went on and apologized. You guys remember that moment from like 15 years ago? Obama was trying to give a speech in front of Congress. This dude just interrupted him and started shouting, "You lie! You lie!" Say what you will about politics, though. You know, I'm not a big fan of politics, but that was some funny shit. Okay, he trying to give a speech. The dude interrupts him by shouting, "You lie!" Let's keep moving. You forgot about that. That was like 15 years ago. Let's keep it moving. What y'all think of the vibe here, everybody? What do you guys think of the vibe here at this place? Yes. Yes, when the Iraqi journalist threw the shoe at... Yes. Yes, when the Iraqi journalist threw the shoe at Bush. He went, no, it's okay. I got this. I got this. Let's keep moving. Let's keep it moving. What the hell is this? Damn, people everywhere. Scooters everywhere. You look rose apples. Hey, look, let me show you guys something. See this gentleman right here, man? I see this gentleman right here. Don't you think he looks a little bit European or American? You see that gentleman right there? See all this stuff right here, man? That he's selling. Don't he look a little bit European and American? Look at him. Right? You see him? He is from Xinjiang. Hey, 大哥你好，您是新疆人吗？ Yeah, he's from Xinjiang, China. Okay, he is from... Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Charlie. He is from Xinjiang, China. Okay, we were supposed to go there before I got food poisoning. We will go to Xinjiang, China. So this is what Xinjiang, China is known for. A lot of dried foods. This is their specialty right here. Dried grapes. 葡萄干. The goji berries, their walnuts. They're very, very famous. Some of the best comes from Xinjiang, China. Man, what the hell is going on, man? Apex. What is up with your profile photo? Who is this? Charlie Lambert. What profile photo is that? Man, this situation is getting out of control, man. What's up with all these profile photos? Thank you, Rose. Situation is getting out of control. Man, what is going on? Oh, thank you, German girl, for the subs. All my senses are being attacked right now. Thank you, Tip Top and Craig. All of my senses are being attacked. I'm talking about the sense of smell, the visual, the audio. There is literally some shit going on everywhere. Everywhere there's something happening. What is going on around here? My senses are being stimulated in the wrong place, man. They need to stimulate my senses down there. Unfortunately, that shit hasn't been stimulated. That sense hasn't been stimulated in weeks. Much love, everybody. Somebody said they want to see rose apple. I don't even know what the hell that is. I don't even know what that is. But there goes some apples right here. I gotta tell you, man, I freaking love this. This is Southern China, Cantonese culture in a nutshell, man. I love this. This is beautiful. I love this. This is like literally amazing. I love the culture here. Like, this is my childhood here, man. Like, I grew up just like this. My neighborhood market wasn't as festive as this. But it's amazing to see that in 2024, you can still see this. Not as many young people walking around, mostly senior citizens, mostly older folks. But this is literally freaking amazing, man. Thank you, Just. I love this. I live for this. If I could stream this stuff every day, that's what I would stream every day. This is beautiful. Every day, that's what I would stream every day. This is beautiful. So many people. Look at this. This is the way life should be. Thank you, Elias, Alias. This is the way life should be. Thank you, Elias, Alias. Beautiful, man. This is incredible. Let's keep it moving. I love it too, man. I love it too, man. It's like really, this is incredible. This is like real life. I love it too, man. Real life at its finest. Oh, by the way, this is the very famous tangerine peel. That is one of the most unique and one of the symbols of the city of Jiangmen, because the city of Jiangmen has a district, Xinhui. Best tangerine peels in the world all come from Xinhui. Okay, y'all see it right here? This is what it looks like. Okay, let's keep moving. Alabama won against whom? Who did Alabama play? LSU. One of my good friends from school. You never know. Maybe one day he's watching this. His name is Donald. He went to LSU. He must be very sad right now. Yo, I am getting literally sensory overload. I am off track. This is not where I was supposed to come to. Okay? I'm not even looking at the map anymore. Now I'm just walking. Now I'm just freestyling this. I saw that. I saw they lost to Georgia Tech. I saw that. Thank you, Mike. Man. Mike, man, y'all need to chill out with these profile photos, man. I'm considering legal action against y'all. Taking y'all on Judge Judy. We're gonna start I'm taking y'all on Judge Judy. Judge Sheriff Brown. What is going on over here? Everybody doing this. I'm taking legal action against y'all, man. We're gonna go on Judge Judy, and I'm gonna win too. Y'all can hear all this commotion and all this noise, right? Y'all can hear it all, right? I have no idea what the hell they saying because they speak in Cantonese. But I'm pretty sure it says, come and buy, cheap, very cheap, fresh, very fresh. I'm pretty sure that's what it says. What the hell is that? Oh, these are watercress. Man, thank you, Christian. Man, this is unbelievable, man. This is... It's been a long time since I've seen... Well, actually, that's not true. When we were in Liuzhou, it was something similar. This is incredible. See, look, let me tell you guys something, man. So, see, these bugs over here, man, they might not look very appetizing, but they're expensive as hell, man. 65 yuan per jing. That's $8 a pound for this. That is more expensive than beef. Oh, he about to buy some. Oh, she about to buy some. Look at this. I like how you just threw one towards me. Judy.
Không thôi à, có siêu siêu à?
Ừ. 这个怎么做啊？这个
煎蛋啊？
啊，煎蛋。哦，煎蛋。
嗰啲水上去啊？加唔加？
但係冇咁快死啫，係咪啊？
唔係，因為而家冇晒水。
哦，你俾啲水我。
啊，因為我而家抽晒水噶嘛。
我驚佢死啫，未翻去。
I add water to my ramen noodles, man. You just added some water to some bugs.
喺度直播緊。
I ain't never seen that before. That's new to me. That's new to me, y'all. I ain't never seen that before. I've seen a lot of different amazing food in China. I ain't never seen that before. That's something else. That's something else, everybody. Huh. Title and Kumba appreciate that. Man, what a life, everybody. What a life. See Jen getting in it too. I'm taking a class. I'm taking the reverse of a class action lawsuit against all y'all. Okay? I'm taking a class action lawsuit. I'm suing all y'all. Okay? For all them profile photos y'all putting up, messing up my image. Okay, we call it libel. We about to form a class action lawsuit, okay, against Charlie Lambert, okay, against Mike, against Steph, everybody, okay. Y'all are going on Judge Judy. Okay, we're gonna stream it. Telling y'all, it's libel. Thank you, Nick. Don't run my ass over. Oh, this is straight up sensory overload. This is straight up sensory overload.
有啊，这个水20块钱1斤呢。
哎，你开玩笑。
很贵吗？
加起来1两都不能到。
I like how he was getting the water out of that thing, like he was taking something out of the washing machine. Let's keep it moving, everybody. Oh, this is it in action right here. I get to show you guys this. Watch this. This is beautiful. Watch this. This is how Xinghui, this is how, what's it called? This is how Xinghui orange tangerine POs are made, by the way. Check this out. I'm gonna drop some knowledge on y'all, man. Thank you, Lexi. Okay, so look. Let me see. Oh, that's the gentleman right there doing it. Excuse me. Look. Man, don't leave, bruh. As soon as I come over here to show, you leave. So look, he's wearing gloves. See, look at all these orange tangerines that are peeled, right? The tangerines is not worth anything. Okay? They throw it away. Yes, they don't eat it. They throw it away. It is discarded. What really is important, look at this. Look at this. Is the peel. The peels is what's the most important. Look at the way they do this. It's all about the peels. And then the peels are going to be dried, aged for 5 years, 10 years. Oh, look, all the peels are right here. Look at all the peels. You see this? 5 years, 10 years, even 15, 20, 30 years. So you guys might ask me, what is tangerine peels good for? What do you use it for? Look at him. Look at the way he does it. Look at the way he does it. Look. See that? Look at this. 哎，大哥，这些你们吃吗？不吃就扔掉是吧？ See, I asked them, do you guys eat this? All thrown away. This is all for throwing away.
Yes, throw away.
Throw away, right? Man. And your English is good, man. He speaks English.
Just so.
Just so. How old are you, man?
24.
24?
Yeah.
This is your full-time job?
Yes, my
part-time job? Love it. 你们这个准备放多少年啊？ How many years are you gonna store these peels?
5年10年都有。
5年10年都有是吧？ 5 to 10 years. Yeah, man, they throw all this into the garbage. They just want the peel. The peel is what's most important. Look at this. I've never actually seen this done before. You guys want to know what tangerine peel is good for? What people use it for? Like what people pay for this for? Okay? Tangerine peels is used for your lungs. So for people who have lung problems or who just want to have good lungs in general, what they do is they use tangerine peels to make tea with it. Thank you, Jim C. They make tangerine peel tea. The older the peel is, the more expensive it is. I'm going to say that again. Just like wine, the older the peel, the more expensive it is. Okay, the more expensive it is. And also, it's also very good for verticality because of the vitamin C. So very good for verticality because of the vitamin C. I ain't got to worry about this dude understanding what I just said about the verticality because I know he had no idea what verticality because of the vitamin C. I ain't got to worry about this dude understanding what I just said about the verticality because I know he had no idea what the hell I'm talking about. C, okay? Very, very good for verticality. Okay? Very, very good. So this is the opposite of America, right? In America, we eat the orange, we eat the tangerine, we throw away the peel. Here in China, 这个味道是酸的吧？是吧？它不甜是吧？一点都不甜。It's sour. It doesn't taste good. If it tastes good, it's very sour. Very, very sour. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Look at them doing that by hand. You see that? That one is done by hand. You know. See they do the way they do it by hand? Beautiful. Because it's sour. It doesn't taste good. The peels also need to be aged. Let's keep it moving. Man. This is beautiful. I got sensory overload, y'all. I'm a little bit dizzy right now, man. What time is it? It's 12:30 already, man. I got sensory overload, everybody. I have sensory overload. What do you say we go to lunch now and do a lunch live stream? What y'all think? Let's do a little lunch live stream. I feel like I need to calm down, man. It is so many people. It is so many people out here. Let's do a lunch live stream. Let's keep it moving. Tammy, you've been watching this whole time? I'm telling you, Tammy. First of all, thank you, Tammy, for not changing your profile photo. Okay? This is total sensory overload. Man! I'm about to smash this thing. I can't hear myself think, y'all. I'm tripping, y'all. I can't even hear myself think. How long have I been streaming, man? I'm all disoriented and shit. Hold on. Let's get 300,000 likes. How long have I been streaming? About 2 hours. All right, time to go get some lunch. Let's go get some lunch, everybody. Thank you, Nicole, for extending your sub. I need to calm my ass down for a second. Let's go over into these alleys for a second. All right, so you can see one of the reasons why this neighborhood has become so popular and crowded is, number one, there's a lot of local residents that are nearby. But the biggest reason why there's a lot of out-of-town folks who are coming here is, once again, because of this TV show, Kwangbiao. Thank you, Victoria. Still a lot of people. I can only imagine how busy this was in 2022 when the show was on TV. I can only imagine how many people there were here every single day taking photos. I mean, this is... You know what's the perfect word to describe this place? It reminds me of the Mingguo area. Mingguo period, meaning the Republic period, right around the turn of the 20th century in the early 1900s. This reminds me of old Republic era buildings, Mingguo style buildings. Okay? Look at all this. Very, very atypical from other parts of China. This is extremely unique. Look at this. beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Marlene changed the profile total too, man. I'm pressing charges, y'all. I'm pressing charges. I hope y'all ready, man. Y'all about to get served. Man. I'm pressing charges. Let's keep moving. I'm pressing charges, everybody. Okay, I just want everybody to know I'm pressing charges. You heard it here first, right here on TikTok. Charlie Lambert, I blame you, dog. Look at what you done started, man. I blame you, man. I'm not picking you up in my scooter anymore at the airport when you come here, man. You're gonna have to find your own transportation when you come to Shenzhen. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not picking you up at the airport no more. Okay, you're gonna have to walk. Nah. Oh my God. Oh my God, man. I don't find like a handsome photo of me. Find like a nice photo, you know. Look, hold on. Let me pose for y'all real quick. Do this. Do this photo. Change it to this photo. Don't do the other stuff, okay? Yeah. Do this photo, okay? Take that screenshot, like. Okay, like. Okay, that's a good photo. What y'all are doing is some bullshit. The photos y'all are choosing is some bullshit. There we go. See, Charlie, that's a good one. Thank you, Blackpink. Thank you, Nicole. That's good. Come on, let's go to lunch. Let's go to lunch, everybody. Let's go get a Cantonese lunch. Before we leave, though, I'm gonna give y'all 5 more minutes before we go to lunch, and then we'll take a car over there. Just look at this place. Good evening to you. Good evening. Now, I ain't famous. This ain't the type of fame I want. This is called notoriety. It's a big difference between being famous and being notoriety. This is notoriety. Okay, this is not good. Thank you, Steph. Yeah, Steph. That's a good one, Steph. Yeah, there we go. Marlene. Thank you, Marlene. I appreciate you guys. And Charlie, I'm not picking you up at the airport no more, man. You can forget about the ride in the Rolls Royce scooter, man. You can forget about that ride. Okay. Thank you, Nini. Nah, we're gonna have sea cucumbers. We're gonna have fish maw. All right, I'm gonna call a car. It's time to go to lunch. Let me call a car right now. You know, I am curious about one thing is, did I end up in the place I was supposed to be today? Nope. All this wandering, I am still 1 kilometer. Thank you, Nicole and Lorraine. I am still 1 kilometer. This is what happens when you stream and you see a place that's kind of fascinating. You get veered a little bit off track and you just keep walking and you end up getting lost. I'm still 1 kilometer, 14 minutes away from where I was supposed to end the live stream. But you know what? Let's go to lunch. It's time we go to lunch. I made a reservation at this restaurant. God, this is so expensive. Let's see if a car picks me up. Thank you, Macabello. At this alley. So we'll walk around a little bit more. See if a car picks me up. Dude, Charlie Lambert, what's your profile photo now? Man, thank you, Mike. Lunch is going to be Cantonese food. Dude, what is Charlie Lambert's profile photo? What the Thank you, S Spike, y'all, man. Enjoy the live stream, Charlie. All right, because you're gonna have to come up. You're gonna have to come back as a different person. Thank you, Ting Budong. Thank you, user. And thank you, Wayne. I think this is funny, huh? Thank you, Skill. Thank you, Black Widow. Y'all think this is funny, huh? All right, that's cool. I think this is funny. Y'all think this is funny, huh? Thank you, Wayne. Thank you, Rose. Go, Pugs, go. I'm about to go to lunch anyway. I'm about to get off of this live stream in like 2 minutes. I got to go to lunch. I'm going to do a lunch live stream. Thank you, Pugs, for everything. Thank you, Pugs. Oh, my God. Here come the vote again. This is Wolf. Thank you, Pugs. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Black Widow. A deep bow from me. Thank you, Cat Lady. We had a lot of signal issues today. We had a lot of signal issues. We were a little bit lost. But you know what? We had a fun little stream anyway. We're about to go to lunch now. I want to do a lunch live stream. I will be back in about 25 minutes. Let's call it half an hour square. Okay, I'll be back in about 25 minutes from lunch. We're gonna stream a very decent restaurant. I am not gonna get food poisoning again. Thank you so much, man. Pugs, if you're still here, thank you so much for everything. So we'll be back in about 30 minutes. Still no car. Oh. What kind of a Uber is 13 minutes away? They got me an Uber and it's 13 minutes away. Look at this. So it'll probably be at least 30 minutes. Probably be at least 30 minutes before I see you guys, man. I'm waiting for the Uber to come and pick me up. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Sarita, for extending your sub. I'll be back in half an hour. I'll be back in half an hour, everybody, okay? We're leaving this old neighborhood. Time to go to lunch. Thank you, Dunk. Oh, man. Okay. I wish it was coming on a moped. I'll probably get there faster. So I'm going to see you guys. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Dunk. I'm going to see you guys. For those of you that are staying up, see you guys in about 30 to 35 minutes. Okay? For those of you that are going to stay up, I'll see you guys soon. All right? I'll see you guys soon. Thank you guys for everything. Rita. Thank you, Rita. My moderators, German girl, Amuj. You guys know who you are, my moderators. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right? I'm going to see you guys soon. Thank you, Helena. Everybody. Mike. Everybody. Oh, Camaro, Kev, me. Thank you guys. I'm going to see y'all soon. See you guys later. Oh, Camaro, Kev, me. Thank you guys. I'm going to see y'all soon. See you guys later. 30 minutes. I'll be back. Bye, everybody.